Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Joyce.
And I'm Soshana.
I'm so glad you're able to make it today.
And you too.
Because it's been how long? Like
It's been about 3 years.
3 years, right?
Yes,
Since
I think
COVID?
so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we couldn't do anything for about 3 years
Yeah.
now. Yeah, I'm so glad things are kind of going back to normal.
Me too.
And then there are like, person-to-person meetings and things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been strange.
It is.
Trying to get back to how life was before COVID.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's a transition.
Yeah, it is. Still is. Even for some of my clients, it's like, things have changed so much. Like before then, kind of like see them on a regular basis. They would stop by.
Right.
Now it's like we're used to not seeing each other.
Right.
So it's kind of weird like that.
Yeah.
But I think we're going back to normal though, getting better.
Sort of, because now there's the Zoom.
Yeah.
There's the Zoom, and I'm still having Zoom meetings with, some of my agents and some of my clients.
This is kind of funny. Like you use Zoom most of the time then?
For my meetings now, yes.
I use like TeamView, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's Microsoft thing, and TeamView, right? So I use it, and it's kind of crazy how, like, they say, well, please send me that link so we can do this, blah, blah, blah. I sent it, and they're like, how do you do this? How do you do this? It's like, click the link.
Oh, okay.
That's very simple.
Yeah.
But like, for those who use Zoom, if you receive something different, you panic, like.
Oh, yes, that's right.
And so it's like for those who use TeamView and you send them Zoom, they're like, well, what do I do with this?
Right.
I think Zoom is a little more popular than the TeamView, though.
Right.
For me, I like it personally. But anyways.
I need my fan. I'm so sorry. Whew.
You need a fan.
I need a little help here. A little help here.
Private summer.
You don't know anything about this because you're too young.
No. What is this? I think I'm a bit older than you are. Like, I'm actually taking medicine, though.
Yeah?
Yeah, and it actually had some side effect.
Uh-huh.
And so I kind of stopped it.
Oh, okay.
What's what's kind of crazy is this. So I go to a doctor. It's like OB doctor, GYN doctor. And the doctor would prescribe it. And the second doctor that I went to, they even increased the dose, right? And after that, like I had some side effects. I said, I'm going to just go back to what I had before. But anyways, so I ran into a doctor from New York, right? And so I was kind of talking about it, and she says, that's crazy. And I said, why is that? Because New York, GYN doctors would not prescribe. They would do the best they can not to prescribe it.
Oh, okay.
And she says, like, it's kind of weird how it is. The practice in Georgia is kind of different.
Oh, okay.
So I said, why don't they? And they said, like, because of all these things, side effects and things like that, they are very hesitant to prescribe. But she said, it's kind of interesting how your doctor doubled it without even, like, going through all kinds of testing. So I'm like, But anyways.
Yeah.
But we'll go through it.
Yeah.
Maybe how severe or how strong, I guess, is different, but we'll go through it.
Yeah. I'm trying my very best to go the more homeopathic way. And people, like, advise, oh, try this, try that, try the other. I'm trying something, I don't even know what it's called, but a friend of mine advised me to take them. And it seems like it's helping.
Oh, that's good.
It seems like it's helping. So
pomegranate's supposed to help. So I heard.
Oh, yeah?
But none of those things work for me. That's why I went to see the doctor. But anyways.
Okay. Yeah.
So let's talk about each other a little bit. Because people are going to wonder, who are they?
Folks?
Yeah. Who are they? Why are they here, right? So.
Well, I want to know about you first.
Okay,
tell me about you.
All right. So I immigrated from South Korea, right? I was like 19, I guess.
Okay.
So immigrated to San Francisco. It's like about some long time ago.
Yeah.
So I was in college at the time. I think I was a freshman in college, and so I came here. I did different things.
With your parents?
With my parents. The whole family did.
Okay.
My dad at the time retired from his work. So it was kind of like my mom's idea. Let's go explore. Now I'm thinking back, I'm like, my mom's crazy. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
I hope your mom doesn't watch this.
She passed a few years ago.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't know.
Oh no, it's okay.
Yeah.
She was well over 80, so
Wow.
getting close to 90. So she lived.
Yeah, you're fortunate to have her.
Yeah. So we moved, and then like different things happened, and my interest had been always in numbers, right? So that's what I studied, and then I got into financial industry. So all my professional life, I think I've been in financial industry doing, accounting, bookkeeping. What is it like? Investments.
Okay.
Budgeting. I did a lot of those things, right? And right now, as you know, that I'm in Duluth. We're in Georgia.
Yeah.
So I do have business consulting and tax firm, right? That's where I serve. Most of my clients are business owners.
Right.
So I do their tax planning. And obviously all of these compliance related things we offer. My office offers like bookkeeping, accounting, and then tax returns. What's kind of unique what's unique to our office is, I guess, we offer a planning service. So when you're talking about tax practice, right, you look at the compliance, which means then you're looking at the past as to what happened. Like, how much money did you make? How much money did you spend? So did you end up making money, losing money,
Right.
And then that's kind of like all compliance, right? You have to report it, file tax returns, and pay taxes. What's unique to our office is that we do proactive work. So on top of that, okay, this is what had happened last year. What do we do? Where are we now? Now that we're second quarter ended, right? So we're doing all second quarter related tax filings. And with that, I get to see, okay, this company made so much money, for example. What should we do now? So that we can reduce your 2023 tax liability.
Gotcha.
So that's the piece kind of like I'm focusing very much on. My senior partner, he does more on the tax side. So he does more on the compliance portion of the work, but I get involved more with the planning side, which is a lot of fun.
Oh, good.
Yeah, because like for business owners, we're always, including myself, interested in, reducing tax. How can we possibly move this so that do all these things legally, right? But, what can we possibly do? Which comes like, retirement plans and things like that. So I help my clients set that up and do all that.
And I think, when I was younger, I never thought about the future. It's like, what? That's so far away.
Oh, no.
I'll get to that point.
All right.
I'm at that point.
I'm at that
point.
This time just...
It just flies. It just flies. So we have to like really make the best of every single day.
Right, exactly.
And especially now, like as a business owner, it's really up to me as the business owner to make sure that I'm able to retire.
Exactly.
So we're going to have a lot to talk about.
A lot to talk about in the future, like next episodes and stuff. Because it's on everybody's mind, really.
It is.
Right, it is on everybody's mind. How about you?
About me?
Yeah.
Oh, man, my story is long.
Well, I know.
I'm going to try to keep it, kind of short and concise. But I was born in New York.
Right.
Excuse me. My parents, let me start with my parents. My parents were both from Panama.
Oh,
yeah, they were both they're both Panamanian born and raised. And then my father, if I'm not mistaken, when he was like 17 or 18, he came to the United States. He had a sponsor here, came to the United States. And my mother told me not that long ago, I think within 6 months he had his residency.
Whoa.
And then flew back to Panama, married my mom, and brought her to New York. They went to Queens College, and then my sister was born, then my brother a year later, and then 4 years later, I came around. And so my parents were in college, and then I think my father and my mother finished high school here.
Oh.
I think they finished high school here, and then, they went to college. That's how it went. And they were in a special program where they could get their degree, and they could travel outside the country and study study something, become a doctor or whatever. So they decided to go to Mexico because my great uncle, who was also from Panama, he went to Mexico and studied dentistry there.
Oh.
Yeah. So, so that happened. And then, so we went, my dad and my mom drove us all in a car from New York
To
Mexico City.
When? How old were you?
I must have been maybe 3.5 or 4 years old. And yeah, we drove all the way from New York to Mexico City. And I actually remember this. I remember that, we drove and it was so long that I asked my dad, I'm like, Daddy, you can't find my home, Daddy? You can't find my home? So, because it was such a long trip.
Oh my God.
Anyways, my mom always remembers that, and she always reminds me of, what I said. So we went to Mexico. They looked at the university and everything, and they decided, okay, let's do this. I don't know how much time passed, but they went back to New York, packed up their things or whatever, and we went to Mexico. My understanding is that I think they studied there maybe 1 semester, and during that first semester, somebody told them to check out a city named Puebla, which is like 2 hours southeast of Mexico City. So we went, checked it out. They loved it. They're like, oh, this seems like a more tranquil city. So
that's the city you love.
That's the city I love.
You go visit every year.
Almost every year, sometimes 2 times. As many times as I can make it there. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you guys moved there.
Yeah, we moved there. And I went to actually kindergarten. I started kindergarten. In Mexico, they have 3 years of kindergarten. First year of kindergarten, second and third grade of kindergarten. So I started in third grade of kindergarten. And then I went to elementary school, middle school, and part of my high school in Mexico.
And then when you came back to the States?
When I came back to the States in 87, I think it was 87.
So you were in high school then?
I was in high school.
So you speak Spanish in Mexico?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
So then did you guys speak, what language did you speak at home?
So this is how my dad had this. Okay, this is how he worked this. When we were at home in Mexico, we spoke in English at home. And then we'd go to school and we spoke in Spanish. So when we would come to visit my grandmother to the United States, we would speak Spanish at home. And then if we went out, we'd be speaking in English.
How about Panama? Excuse my ignorance. What language do they speak?
They speak Spanish, but a lot of people do speak English because of the Panama Canal. But it's a different kind of English. It's more like a Caribbean sounding English.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
So then, English, would you say is your first language, or Spanish? Would you say it's almost like 3.5 and 4? You don't really speak any language.
Well, so I would say I kind of learned the 2 languages simultaneously, but my Spanish got really stronger once I got to Mexico. And yeah, it was, yeah. I would say that's what happened. When
I first met, it's been already like 2018, so it's like 5 years since we first met. Like I almost like, what? When you started speaking in Spanish, I'm like, who is she? It's so unexpected.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just like so unexpected.
The funny thing is that whenever I've been to Panama, and then like we were in a taxi one time with my parents, and my mom talks to everybody. So she's talking to the taxi driver, whatever, and then the taxi driver asked me, where am I from? I said, I'm Panamanian. He says, no, you're not. I was like, oh gosh. After that, I didn't want to say anything at all. I was just like, I was just quiet. Just quiet, because I don't have a Panamanian accent.
You don't?
Yeah, I have a Mexican, like when I speak Spanish, I have a Mexican accent.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and then when I go to Mexico, my accent gets stronger. It's like really Mexican. And here, it kind of, it's like a combination because there's so many people from different like Spanish speaking countries. So the Spanish kind of, it evolves.
Ah.
So, yeah.
So I know you serve like both English speaking and Spanish speaking clients, and so,
I do. Yeah.
so it's such a benefit because there are a lot of people who are here in Georgia who speak Spanish, right?
Yeah.
And so,
in all honesty, most of my clients are Spanish speakers.
oh,
Yes.
interesting.
I would say probably 80% of my clients are Spanish speakers.
Are they all referrals usually?
A lot of referrals. A lot of referrals. Yeah.
Ah,
And I guess I need to tell you, you know this, but I'm a real estate broker.
right.
So, yeah.
Yeah, she's a big one. She's a hot shot here. She does you have a lot of agents too.
I do.
And I know you are very into taking advantage of new technology and promoting. Remember, we even went to that new thing. What was the Facebook? Remember the conference?
That's right.
Conference where we went to.
Yes.
And like the writing.
I was like, oh, wow, that's good. That's good stuff.
I know.
I'm the nerd of the group usually. They're like,
so I'm saying these things because like usually people may not expect that from you.
Oh, okay.
But you're on top of these things.
Yeah.
Much more so than I am when it comes to technology, I think.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just a little nerdish.
Yeah. And then you just signed up for their new program for your...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's it's as a business owner, I go through the same thing. Like there's so many new softwares that are coming out, right? CRMs, or even for us like accounting, I guess engagement, like software. There's just so many, right? And so I almost want to quit at some point. You know, it's like, do I have to keep on like looking, searching? I mean, like God, there's so much going on, and when you change the software, there's like such a learning curve.
There's a learning curve, and you almost have to get your mind ready.
Right.
To make that move.
Yeah.
Okay.
Expensive.
Oh my goodness, yes. So, but it's necessary. Okay?
That's what I'm saying. So you are on top of these things. So I think it's really awesome. But
I'm trying. It's not so easy because we implemented like 3 different things this year.
Oh my God.
We got a new CRM.
Right.
A really robust. It's an awesome one, but it's like there's learning involved with that.
Right. So for those who don't know what CRM stands for, what's that?
Oh, that's a customer relation management system, so that we can keep track of our clients, and, follow up with them, and now it has all this, AI and and like auto responses to text messages and stuff. That's still new to me. That still has me a little bit like, oh, I don't know, but it's good. It's good to not fall behind.
Exactly. It's inevitable. We're just going to have to use it. Yes. And if we wait too long, I think it's going to be harder.
Yeah,
is what my take is.
Yeah.
And so I try to keep up with that too. I myself, we went through a whole like upgrade of our IT system and all that last year.
Wow.
It was painful.
I can imagine.
Painful. Expensive.
Yeah.
And painful.
I can only imagine. I can only imagine.
And it's like we all go through the same thing.
Yeah.
And have no choice almost.
And you still have to work.
Exactly.
And you still have to work. It's like, the work doesn't stop. It's not like, we'll just wait till you get your stuff in order.
Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't work that way.
And then the panic mode. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't work. What do we do?
I know. That's terrible.
Yeah.
And like being afraid to click on, what if I click on this button right there? I don't want it to like all fall apart.
I know. And my IT person, he was awesome. Like he really responded so quickly and stuff like that. So I'm at ease for that now. And for us, the main concern, my main concern really was to how do I protect my clients' information, right? The security, it's such a important matter, and everybody's on us really, because we deal with a lot of clients' personal information. So you're the same way.
Yeah. I mean, we do. We have to protect our clients' information.
Right.
And even like the other system we got, the second system of the year. Now, the second system that we got is really so that for compliance purposes, because we have all these contracts that we deal with, right? Yes. and we have to keep these contracts for at least 3 years, and that can quickly get out of hand if you're not on top of that.
Yes.
You have multiple agents having multiple closings.
Oh, yes.
It's like, it's a lot of like paper handling. It's like, oh, I gotta put it away, file it away, and all in the computer, and it's like, oh, I hope everything's saved okay. But that's important too. Like, you have to protect your client's information.
Exactly. Right.
Yeah. But I mean, I'm grateful for the technology, but sometimes it's a little bit much.
But I think there's no way for us to not paying attention and not keeping up, because it's just going that way.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, we can't just stay here and not do anything, because it's kind of like, if we don't do it now, like, things are going to be piling up, right?
Right.
2.0 now, next year 3.0, and then next year 4.0, you know what I mean?
Right.
And then we can't jump from 2.0 to 10.0.
That's terrible. That's a terrible thing to happen.
Right. Then you almost have to redo everything.
Right.
Right, so.
That is true.
Yeah,
that is true.
No choice there.
But it's a good thing what we're doing.
Yes.
We're moving forward, and that's what we need to do, and not fall behind.
Right.
As painful as it may be, this is what we have to do.
Right.
So that we can continue to grow and
do the things that we're supposed to do and help our
Exactly.
clients and continue doing it.
Exactly.
I think it's very important.
I'm so excited that we're back together
I know.
doing this. I think that this is like going to be great. We have so much to talk about.
That's right. So in our next episode, I think we can certainly talk about the current market condition.
Okay.
People think because of all the inflation and also the increase in the rate, right, that people are not buying. But that's actually not true, right? People are buying. So
yeah, they're buying.
Yeah. How about we talk about the market condition next time?
We can do that.
All
We
right.
can certainly do that. Okay.
All right.
I love it.
You all, thanks for joining us today.
Thank
We'll
you.
certainly come back.
Yes, absolutely.
Thanks for watching this week's video. If you have questions on anything we covered, or you'd like to ask us, just leave it in the comments below. We love to hear what you have to say about what we talked about and what you want us to talk about. Please like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, and subscribe to our channel. See you next time.